I haven't done a couple book reviews in a couple of days. I've been reading, I just got back from Alabama. I read Crush It by Gary Vee before I went down there. He just came out with a second book. No, it's not his second book. He's got a bunch of books. But he just came out with like the sequel to this, I believe, called Crushing It. That drops in about a week or two. Haven't ordered it yet. Haven't pre-ordered it yet. I know the pre-orders right now are like number 12 in the world, so I know he is crushing it with the marketing campaign for that. But this was really good. I liked the main idea about it, which was just like work, and not necessarily work, but like hustle, like the nitty-gritty, the tedious stuff. He talks a lot about how when he was growing his Twitter, it was for Wine Library TV, which is like a wine company he grew. He talks a lot about the little stuff. He talks about DMing everybody that talks about wine on Twitter and saying, hey, I want to send you this sample. I want you to try this, which can be used in any business situation as from an owner social media standpoint. And obviously with Summit, this is like, that's what I'm in. So the book helped with that. He talked a lot about how passion is everything, and we live in an age of unmatched opportunity. With enough passion and sweat and hustle, you can make anything happen. His 3 rules are: love your family, work super hard, and live your passion. Your family always comes first, but you owe it to yourself to make massive changes for the better. Build a legacy that's greater than your currency and the short-term success. Instead, build a lasting brand in business. Felt like the first half of the book was just a sales pitch to like live your best life. And if you watch Gary Vee's YouTube channel, he talks like his entire concept is like working for yourself, making sure that you're actually happy as well as working your ass off so that you can be happy if it's financial issues that you're having now in the future. My biggest thing that I agree with him about is I've been thinking about this on a separate note lately. I genuinely do not think it's difficult at all to make any amount of money. The tools are out there between social media, like between just the internet period, there's so many ways to make money. And all it comes down to, when you like really get down to it, is how badly do you want it, and are you willing to do all the things that people have clearly done before you? Whether it like stupid, like anything, like cryptocurrency, the ATM, social media, there's so much. There's like, and he talks about it in the book. There's if you can't make money, you're just lazy. Maybe you don't have the time, but which means, and all time means is that you're not making it a priority. For my instance, for what I'm seeing, the same people that are saying, like asking like for business advice or asking like just questions about job or complaining about not having money are the same people that are going out and drinking Friday and Saturday or going out and like going to the bar, like all these things. And then you wonder why they're concerned about money. They're not doing every little thing, and they're not going nose to the screen for the next 2 to 5 years. And by all means, I did this a lot last year. Last year was my first like really good year after 3 years of just like going and just focusing on my businesses. And this is kind of a side note, but I completely overcompensated. It didn't hurt me financially, but a lot of like, I'm taking 2017 a lot more as a lesson than about like, yeah, it was fun and all that. But I keep thinking about this. It was such a lesson on what's actually important to me, and luckily I'm coming around that. However, now that it's 2018, I've been working like harder than I ever have before. I still could probably go a little bit harder. There's some things I could do, which I'm working on, I'm progressing with, but I'm already seeing like the huge difference between my goals from last year to now, my monthly goals. Like I'm trying to make what I made monthly. I'm trying to make like what I made like last year, like in a month. I'm trying to make more than that now. And my goals are like 20 times what everything was before. So this book helped a lot with just working, just getting off my ass. Not that I'm lazy, but I don't have, my biggest struggle has been finding my own, like my why in a sense. Like why do I want financial success? And I understand like, but when it comes down, like you have to ask yourself why like 6 to 10 or like 20 times to see like what actually it comes down to. Back to the book though. Quick read. Read this in like a night. Talks a lot about building your personal brand. So even if you do maybe work for a corporation or you have a normal job, still building your online presence, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, just having that presence there and then making it specific to one thing. So when I think Gary Vee, I think VaynerMedia, which is his marketing, his media company. And now he's moving into music and he's moving into sound and all that. But when I think Grant Cardone, I think real estate and sales. When I think Ty Lopez, I think different things. But when I think Patrick Bet-David, I know he owns an insurance company, and then like everything relates on the other sides. Everything between the business and the investing kind of all goes in with personal development, because that's what we're taught. And that's at least what I've been taught for the past 5 years now, since I was forever. So when my mom started out around, which is like 10 years probably. And lastly, he finishes off the book talking about several ideas you could do. And ironically, I had started doing book reviews before I read this, but one of the ideas he put in here was doing book reviews or whatever. A T-blog, Sports Center for the Web, so a talk show on things such as Barstool Sports. I'm pretty sure it's the same exact concept as that. So they're already killing it, as you can see on Instagram. Online book reviews. And then sampling. So a good example of sampling I can give is two things. Eddie Smokes Barbecue, which I'm working on doing their social media, gives out like free samples every time somebody comes in and lets them taste it. The samples cost X, not a big loss on the samples, but all the people that get a sample also end up buying the entire like package of the product. So he makes his money back, they get their sample, and the food sells itself. Same exact thing happened with buddy of mine, Coffee Dave, sent me this Guatemalan Antigua, unless I'm pronouncing that right, coffee, and now I'm probably going to just keep buying that because I like the taste of it better, but he sent me that free sample. So that initial investment, if you believe in your product enough, sending out samples, like a lot of the people with all these drop shipping businesses, for a life example, I think are just trying to make that quick, like they see Samir from LA and like all these other kids making like $38,000 a month. They're like, oh, I want to do that. Or like Hayden, Biles, like all these kids from LA. They're all making like tens of $1,000s a month on drop shipping and Shopify or Amazon FBA, like all these like e-commerce stores, and they're trying to do it quick, but they don't believe in their products. They're just drop shipping stuff. So why send samples to influencers and stuff like that when you can just do Facebook ads? I think if they believed in their product a little bit more and actually sent more like the influencer marketing side of those, I think they'd have a lot more success. And that's from doing it personally and seeing what it does, but also that's my thought. I could be completely wrong, as always. So take everything that I say. Don't believe a word I say, even. All in all, I would recommend actually reading Crush It by Gary Vee. I have heard good things about his second book, Crushing It, which comes out, like I said, in a week or two. The pre-orders are available now. So if you are a big fan of Gary Vee, check it out. Until next time, guys.